Hello, everyone. We are live with the main event podcast.
Yes, welcome to the Main Event Podcast. Our special guest tonight is Shadow Xtreme. Thank you for taking time out of your day and night to be on my podcast today, Shadow.
Hello. What do you call this? WrestleMania radio?
No, the main event podcast.
Main event podcast. Hello, main event podcast. Once again, this is Shadow Extreme from Pucktawaga, Manitoba. That's up north where it's really cold. But
Oh,
Wow.
it's starting to get really cold down here and lots of snow. But
where's down here?
down here in Welland, Ontario, and Port Colborne, Ontario, Canada.
I seen I'm friends with Jesse Bieber on Snapchat, and then I seen one of his videos that he posted on there. It showed it. I saw that there's still grass there. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? So it's true.
Well, there's still grass seen, but we're getting little flurries here and there.
Oh yeah,
Well,
it was like
where I
snowing
am
off and
right
on today. Yeah.
where I am there, it's like snowing really hard, and it's like at least a foot of snow already.
Wow.
Wow,
-30.
it's crazy.
But I still got to go out and run about and promote my wrestling show that I'm promoting right now. That's happening on December 17th over here.
Nice. We hear you have Rene Dupree and Davey Hart Smith.
Yes, yes. I have both of them coming up over here into to the middle of nowhere.
That should be a lot of fun.
That's yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But with Rene Dupree, me and him has been on wrestling tours with CWF, so he pretty much knows the situation with all the snow and being in the middle of nowhere. So he's pretty comfortable.
Yeah. All right, so I guess I'll start by asking you, with all the wrestling you matches you've had in your career, what one has happened to be your favorite?
Of all the wrestling matches I've been wrestling for 9 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, I started in 2008. I used to always say that my first match was the best match because that was the first ever. That was the dream that came true. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you starting out wrestling and stuff like that.
Yeah, the first match was like the big dream. Like, yes, I finally became a wrestler after all of the bruises and cuts and all the hurt I had to take from training, and I finally got in a match. So I thought my first match was the best match because it was my first match. But over time, I think my favorite match would be where I think I was 4 years into the business. The only reason why I think this is the best match because I had fun throughout the whole show, because the whole wrestling show took place on a boat that was riding along the river in Winnipeg.
Oh.
It was on top of this big boat, and we just wrestled.
And who did you go against in that match?
I went against one of the wrestlers that helped train me.
Okay.
He went by the name as Marius,
Okay.
but he doesn't wrestle anymore.
Wow.
And then when our match was happening on that boat. I guess the local newspapers of Winnipeg were on the bridge, and then the boat was driving on, flowing or whatever, going under the bridge in the water, and then took the picture for the newspaper. And then our match was on the front cover of the local one of the local newspapers in Winnipeg. So,
Nice.
so I have that copy. So that's pretty amazing.
Nice. What was your favorite match that you ever wrestled at for CWF Wrestling? Like that you
For
ever had?
CWF Wrestling,
Yeah.
Yes.
like I've, you guys have came all to the shows at the St. Catharines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for CWF, the big one would have to be the one there where we had that 6-man lockbox ladder match.
That was a good match.
Yeah,
Great match. Yeah.
that's where the six of us were in there, and we were just doing a lot of crazy stuff that was just destroying each other. That was pretty intense, but it was fun.
I think Eric Carney was in that match too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. He's I wrestled him the day before.
Oh
We had
wow.
the wrestling show. Yeah, we had the show outside Tim Hortons.
Oh yeah, the free event for
Yeah,
camp day.
that was the first day I met you, and we seen you. Yeah, first day I met
Yeah,
you,
yeah, I wrestled Eric Easy E Eric Carne.
Carney. Yeah,
Carney.
yep.
I still can't pronounce his last name.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was at the Camp Day show in outside of Tim Hortons. Yep, that was when I think Dylan made his debut.
yeah,
Yeah.
Dylan debut.
Yep.
Yeah, he was pretty. He seemed really nervous, but I could see inside him that he was excited.
Of course. All right.
Yeah, so that's I guess that's my favorite wrestling match from CWF. Yeah.
Hmm.
But other than that, I did a lot of wrestling matches for CWF because we go all over the place.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you were just on a 2 week tour with him. I seen. Yeah, how was that
Three
for
weeks,
you?
three
Oh,
weeks tour.
yeah, 3 weeks. Okay, how was that for you?
I was it was actually fun. It was entertaining. We had a great crew, and we were always making each other laugh. Renee Dupree was on that tour, and Cody Diener was on that tour.
Hmm.
And then Dylan was on that tour.
Of
Yep,
course.
he was. Yeah, Matthew Mounty, as he goes by
Yeah,
now. Yeah.
yeah, we had a great time in that tour. It was
That-
fun.
That's good. That's what you want with wrestling.
There was a, I guess there was a moment. There was a moment there where I had my headphones on. I was watching one of my favorite TV shows on my laptop, The Flash, and I was listening to it. It was like really loud in my headphones, but I didn't know what was going on in the van while we were traveling on the road. Apparently, while I had my headphones on, there was an argument happening in the van. I don't know what the argument was about. Like, still to this day, I still don't know what it was about. But it was an argument. Like, there was actually there was swear words going around, and and then I saw a funny part that made me laugh in the Flash episode, and I just laughed out loud in the back seat. And then everybody started laughing in the van, and they all looked at me, and they were like, "Oh, Shadow, what a what a way to get us back in a good mood."
There you go.
Because apparently there was arguing, like there was like rah 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 rah, and then everybody was quiet for like a minute or a minute and a half, and then all of a sudden in the background you just hear me laugh. And then everybody started laughing, and then everything was all good again.
Yeah, there's always got to be that one person that is able to cheer everyone up after.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad for those kind of people because I can't stand arguments. I hate them.
Not the only one there.
Yeah.
All right, Sean, do you have another question or?
You can ask him one if you want.
All right, I might be taking this one from you, but I don't know.
I don't care.
What advice do you have for anyone wanting to get into the wrestling business?
Oh, what advice? Okay. Well, with CWF, and then sometimes on my own time, I do little training seminars. Because for me, as a First Nation, Aboriginal, or a native of Canada, there's not a lot of those type of wrestlers that's happening in this wrestling circuit. And then for me, being like one of the rare First Nation wrestlers that's going about Canada and wrestling in front of a lot of people, it's not a lot to see, not a, like native wrestlers. So when I do my little training seminars, I tell them that you can be a unique person and take advantage of that, and then just achieve your wrestling dream with it. Like for me, I took my heritage as being a First Nation, and I took it and I used it for my wrestling character. So for any wrestling advice is to take your uniqueness and show it up to everyone's faces and like lift it up in the air, like this is who I am. You know, so
Okay,
go for it.
awesome.
like I say that to like a lot of my trainees here, up over here in the middle of nowhere, because I do little camps, little seminars every on the weekends, and
Yeah.
then they come in and they do all the exercises, like all the exercises I've been through in my my first time of training, and then to this day I still train, because we're always still learning. We're always still learning in the wrestling business as we go on. I've been in wrestling for 9 years, and there's still a lot more things that I'm still learning. So I tell my trainees that you're always learning, and when you do all the exercises and you learn, and when you all the little patterns and like the way you position yourself all over the wrestling ring, it has to be right. And then if you take those teachings and you take it to the outside world, it will it will fit into as well, because you need to be in the right place to be good at what you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, cool. So, growing up, like, who was your favorite, like wrestler that you've seen, like, on TV or whatever? Like, who was your favorite wrestler?
Growing up, there's this story I keep telling to everyone. Even when we do all the CWF tours, like we always go in front of crowds and we speak our life stories about, I don't know, anything, I guess. But mostly for me is about positive living. But part of that, my story is when I as I as I was growing up, I always sat with my uncle and watched what's WWF Saturday Night.
Yeah.
I think it was that event. Those events, anyways. We used to watch that all the time. Every time it was on TV, and then I see all these wrestlers, and they're always screaming at the camera, like, "Raw, I'm gonna get after you. I want to get in the ring and pin you 1, 2, 3," and stuff like that. And I used to always wonder, like, why do they keep yelling? But but the wrestler that stuck out the most for me and then was the Ultimate Warrior. And then my siblings, my sister, my brother, noticed that I always reenact Ultimate Warriors things. Like he always run around the place all the time, and he always shook the ropes. And then his face paint. His face paint was one thing too. Like it was memorable. So
Yes.
I used
Yep.
to I used to get those washable markers or whatever they're called, and
Yeah.
my sister
Yep.
used to like draw the Ultimate Warrior's face paint on my face, and we used to get ropes and we tie ropes on my arms.
That's funny.
Yeah, and
That's cool.
I ran around the place, and I go run into the wall and I fall down. Yeah, that was one of my one of my favorite wrestlers growing up. But then he disappeared, and he went somewhere. I don't know what happened to him for a while. And then around 1999, I was 12 years old, and I saw him in WCW for that Halloween Havoc.
Yep.
I think it was around that time anyway. But then he was trying to make his comeback in WCW, but it didn't work well for him. But he didn't interest me anymore. I was like, what the heck is Ultimate Warrior gonna do now? And then later that summer, I was just walking at a friend's place, and I walked into my friend's place, and he was just flicking through the channels, and all of a sudden I saw ECW wrestling on TNN.
Good old ECW.
Whoa, what kind of wrestling is this? So
Extreme.
I sat there and I watched it, and then I saw Sabu, I saw Raven, I saw Taz, I saw the Dudley Boys, I saw Rob Van Dam, and I was like, since then that time, I was hooked on ECW wrestling. Every week I always look forward to watch ECW on Friday on TNN. on Fridays all the time. And then the one wrestler that I was always excited to watch at that time was Rob Van Dam. So Rob Van Dam became one of my favorite wrestlers after that. And pretty much around that time too, the Hardy Boys was doing all that crazy stuff, like the ladder matches and the swantons, and then in ECW there was Sabu doing all the moonsaults on tables, and Rob Van Dam doing his 5-star frog splash and his 5-star his Van Terminator, and then his Van Daminator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I collected all my favorite stuff, and that's how I brought it to my wrestling character.
Nice.
That's cool.
So yeah, so all that high flying stuff was what it was what I'm into, I guess. But
Thanks to
even
ECW.
yes, but it wasn't just about ECW. Like even when it wasn't about wrestling, I was always watching like the Ninja Turtles, the Power Rangers. The hell, there's other characters that do a lot of karate moves and front flips and side flips.
Yeah.
So so that's where I basically started doing all my flips from. I've been doing back flips and front flips and side flips like since I was 6 years old. Jumping off the beds onto the floor, or then as I was getting older I was jumping off my house.
Wow.
And then
Yeah.
at age
I've
I
watched a
didn't
couple of the Ice Road Wrestlers videos that Chris Thorne posted in that, and there was the one where you were on top of this one I think those sea container things, and Jesse's making you like jump into a big pile of snow.
yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. But if you look deeper into YouTube, you could find my videos of when I was like 10 years ago. I still have videos up in there where it shows me and my friends were all doing all these flips and other crazy stuff that we like to do.
Cool. I'll have to check
It's
them out.
it's pretty intense. When you look at it all at once, it's pretty intense. But then you just look at it once in a while. It's pretty easy to look at. But that's where I get my craziness from. Is all from all this flips and all this crazy stuff. So I do it in the wrestling ring because it's I don't know. I guess it's part of who I am.
Exactly.
How many belts have you held? If you held any belts, any title belts in your career?
Um, I've held I guess my first title belt I've ever held was the what is it? Let's see, free what? Okay, I'm gonna make some weird noises with my voice right now because I'm still trying to think.
Yeah, no problem. It's all good.
So I could fill in some dead airspace. Just
Yeah.
kidding. Um, I think it was Primo's Wrestling. There's this promotion that this guy in Winnipeg runs. He runs a promotion called Primo's Wrestling, and that's one of the promotions that I always work for in Winnipeg, like all the time. They're that. I guess I could say that Primo's Wrestling is my home promotion here in Manitoba.
Yeah.
So whenever they have a show, I'm always booked, and I'm always like helping out. And then that time, I think it was in 2014. I finally won my first belt. It was the Primo's Heavyweight Champion.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I've held it for 2 years.
Wow.
There you go. That's cool.
And then I guess along after that, I won the CWF Northern Lights Champion in a ladder match. It was a ladder match between me, Jesse Bieber, and Chris Thorne. Ooh.
Wow.
Wow, there you go.
I don't think anybody. I don't think CWF will release that match. But then I have a copy of that match. But that match was pretty intense.
Oh, dope.
But I won the belt on that match.
That's
And
good.
then
That's good.
I watched the CWF Heavyweight in a Rumble. I guess
Oh yeah.
there was a Royal Rumble happening, and then I won it.
Yep.
Oh, and the Primos Wrestling Tag Team titles, I also won those.
So
Nice.
you won quite a few then.
Yeah, just a few titles.
Not bad.
I'm not like all eager to win title belts. Whenever whenever I get in a title match, I'll do what I can.
There you
Fair
go.
enough.
It's just wherever the universe takes me, I
There you
go
go.
with the universe. And then if the universe wants me to be over here at this time, that's where I'll be. And then if the universe wants me to win this title, so I'll win the title. So I just go with the flow, basically, I guess.
That's
So
cool.
I take my time as a gift everywhere I go. Everywhere I go and the places I see, it's always a gift to my eyes.
Awesome.
Who haven't you wrestled yet that you would like to wrestle?
Rob Van Dam.
All right, there you go. Yeah,
I've always, and also too, I always wanted to try to see if I could work Sabu.
that'd be
Well,
cool.
since I'm saying those names, I guess I'd like to be in a ring with any former ECW wrestlers.
That'd be a great experience for you.
Yeah, even
Like
to
any,
see
I guess,
you.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, it's like I said, I guess any ECW wrestlers.
Yeah, that would be a good match to see Shadow go against Rey Mysterio. That'd be a good match.
Hmm, I'm thinking about it. How would it be? It's processing in my zeros and ones in my head right now, like a computer. I could see it. That'd be pretty intense.
Oh yeah,
Oh
Rey Myster-
wow.
Rey Mysterio is a high flying guy, and he was in ECW before, so yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
You might also have to process the sixes and the ones and the nines. No, I'm just kidding.
You went there. You're stepping on toes now.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's all good.
All right, I think I covered pretty much everything I wanted to ask.
Are
Yeah,
you sure?
Well,
Is
everything
there like
I
anything is there anything that you wanted to ask me, like from seeing me at the shows in St. Catharines?
um
Like who does my hair or what shampoo do I use? Just kidding.
no, I don't think I need to know any of that.
when are we going to see Shadow again at a CWF show in St. Catharines?
Oh,
If you know, if you don't know yet, I don't know. Just wondering.
well, I'll be busy over here, and January is my birthday month, so I'll be busy on trying to like do something for my birthday. And then every year there's always a CWF wrestling tour that starts on February. I think it's on for 5 weeks. So
Yep.
pretty much, I guess by the looks of it, I'll be making an appearance in CWF down in that area, St. Catharines, Niagara Falls, would be Resolution.
Nice.
When do you that's usually on June, right?
Something like that.
June
Yeah.
or August, I think. Yeah, is the resolution. I think.
Well, for 4 years now, I've been going to Niagara Falls every summer. So I guess yeah, summertime you'll see me over there.
Nice. That's pretty cool. I enjoy watching your live videos that you do on Facebook when you're like jamming out, like playing your guitar and stuff with your buddies there. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. That's my band.
Yeah.
I formed the band. I found a drummer and I found a singer and I found the bass player, but the bass player doesn't really like come around and jam out that much. So it's just the three of us just jamming out. And then the music that we play is all original music. sometimes we try to do cover songs, but we just can't get into it because we don't feel real.
Yeah.
We we feel more creative. Like I found this group of my bandmates perfectly because we all want to like be creative and just work on original music. And I know like a lot of bands don't really go for that because there's not a lot of money to doing original songs because to be a cover band to play cover songs like any other songs like ACDC, Metallica, you can make money with being those type of bands. But for original songs, we just it's I guess it's just for us. We just want to be creative and make music, and then whoever digs our music and like really wants to listen to it, they they they'd come and watch our shows if whenever we have shows and listen to our music because it's something new. That's what I'm. That's one of the things that we want is to bring something new to people's ears. And the type of music that I make is just I don't know what type of music I made, but I like to call it industrial metal because I get my influences from bands like Static X, Godflesh, Fear Factory, Rob Zombie. So I write my music on those kind of type of influences, and then I record my music onto my laptop. Like I have my little mixer board, and I just record all my instruments on there as a demo, and then I send it to my drummer, and I send it to my singer, and my drummer uh, gets an idea of how the drum goes, and then he puts his own stuff into the drums like his own style, and then my singer he finds uh, the right spots for him to where he should sing. So he writes the lyrics for those spots there. So we all get together and we just create music together that way. And then when I post on our live videos about us jamming, that's just us like working on our music.
That's pretty
And
cool.
then when I look back into the video, you can't really hear the guitar because the drums are like distorting the whole thing, distorting the whole sound.
Yeah, because drums are normally louder than anything. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm just like I'm trying to like show people what the music that we play.
That's cool.
So yeah, I'm
So
just reading up on you.
that's the I guess that's a little bit of a little info about the jamming situation.
Nice. So I'm just reading up on you here. You just actually recently celebrated your 9 years of wrestling in the business, September 1st.
Yes,
You
yes.
started back in 2008, it says here, so crazy.
That's cool.
Sean, you should be looking at my YouTube videos and find something to look at. And then
All right,
ask me.
I'll do that right now.
Well,
YouTube.
Rob is like looking at my Facebook
All right.
Looking at
because
Facebook.
I've only been asked like what 4 questions. I remember hearing that something like 6 questions or more.
Let's see here.
Like is like get into my head, get in there,
Get
bring
into
out
your
this
head. We
monster
will.
that's living in my head. Just kidding.
Uh, let's see here. I'm just looking at different websites here that has info on you. Um, I don't know if this is all correct. You wrestled with Steeltown Pro Wrestling in 2008.
Yeah, that's the promotion I first began with.
Nice.
You wrestled AJ
Uh,
Styles. I seen.
yes, I wrestled AJ Styles. Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
yeah
Yeah.
that is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's very crazy. I was nervous, obviously, but then at the same time too, I was worried about uh, wrestling politics in Manitoba. What would people would say?
I don't know if this is you or not. I don't know. Is that you? This video says Shadow Extreme 2010.
No, that's not me.
Okay. It was like some people like dancing like in a gym or something. I don't know,
No,
doing
that's
some like native dance or something. I don't know.
I don't know I don't know what part of the world those guys are from, but they share the same name. And I don't know why they use that type of name for a dance group. Because sometimes I look it up too. I was like Shadow Extreme on YouTube, and then I find those guys dancing. Like, what the heck is this?
Wow.
A friend of mine just recently did that too because he shirts my name, and then he saw those people dancing. Like, he thought those were kids being fans, uh, making a dance for me or something.
AJ Styles versus Mentalio versus Shadow Xtreme versus Alex Vanna.
Yeah,
Not full match.
AJ
Yeah,
Styles versus Mentolo versus myself versus Alex Vanna.
there you go. Yep.
Yeah, Alex Vanna is a Landstorm trainee.
Okay.
He was, I think he was freshly released from the Landstorm Academy, and then he got into the match with myself and Mentolo and AJ Styles. And Mentolo is Winnipeg's one of Winnipeg's wrestling veterans. Mentolo has been around for like over 15 years. He's been to Japan. He's been to Mexico. He's a he's a he's a great person. Good guy. Good
I have a
wrestler.
I have a question. If there was someone on the CWF roster that you wanted to go against, who would it be?
For a while, I always wanted to be in a match with Jesse Bieber,
Wow,
and then it happened, and then we had a good match.
that's cool.
Like we were, I guess we were not scared to beat each other up, and that's pretty much what we did. So we beat the crap out of each other, and it was a good time.
There you go.
That's cool.
Because I see you went against Rip Impact even. You two had a
Numerous
match.
times,
Well,
man.
numerous times. One in particular up in Poplar River
Yeah,
during the CWF Wrestling Tour back
yeah,
in 2014.
yeah. That was the 2014. Oh no, that was That okay. That was the. I think that was my second winter tour with them. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Nice.
So back to the situation of AJ Styles. After that wrestling match, he pretty much left me with with a shiner on my left eye and a fat lip on the top right of my mouth. Like he was stiff. Like he was hard. And it hurt, of course. And then after the match, I was just beaten up, like all hard, like all beaten up. Like my eye hurts, my lip hurts, and my side of my neck hurts. And oh yeah, it was for the Primo's heavyweight champion, and I still want it. And then after the next day, I had to travel to on a bus for 15 hours to meet up with CWF. And then I met with CWF, and we had to travel another 10 hours to start the wrestling winter tour. And
Wow.
Well, there's Shadow walking to the ring. Yep.
you see me walking on my belt?
Yep. You got a belt around your waist. Yep.
So I started off a CWF wrestling tour with being beaten up by AJ Styles, and I had to do the wrestling tour for the next 5 weeks. It was
Wow.
a pretty rough start. Now, be showing the video onto the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, it got cut off.
Oh, no, it's still there. It just Styles in there now.
AJ Styles just came from Japan like a week before the show.
Inbreeders. You ever seen the movie Son-in-Law?
See, this is the wrestling promotion I was talking about called Primo's Wrestling.
Clap your
Wow.
hands, Kid Remington.
We drew 800
Show
people
the proper
today.
respect.
Oh wow, that's a good crowd. Yeah, 800 people. Yeah.
There's Alex Vanna. He's close to the area where I'm from, so he knows how the north feels. I had 2 matches that night actually.
Wow.
The show was filmed for different episodes for our little TV slot we had. It was half hour, so I had 2 matches that night. The first match I had was an 8-man tag. It had Colt Cabana on there, and then somewhere in that match there, I got hit in the ear,
Ooh.
in my left ear, and I couldn't hear for the rest of that night. And then I had to wrestle in that 4-way match with AJ Styles with 1 ear. My right ear was the only ear I could hear out of. My left one I couldn't hear out of. So it was challenging.
Wow.
So, we also had just recently, like not too long ago, heard Vice TV came along for one of the things with CWF. So how was your experience with that? And if you could explain.
If I could. I don't think I can. Just kidding.
It's all good.
I had no idea Vice was coming on too. I didn't even know that was Vice. That was the camera crew. We all jumped into vehicles and we went to the first place for the summer tour. Then all of a sudden, like, Chris Thorne says, like, yeah, there's a camera crew here waiting for us. And then we see them around the corner, and we started meeting the camera crew, and they're like shaking hands and saying our names and figuring out who's who.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden they come around with all their camera equipment, their microphones, and their recording device, and their camcorders, and interviewer. And they start going around and talking to everyone on the first day, and then the cameras came to me, and I was like, "Whoa, what the heck's going on here?" And then he said, "Yeah, this is for Vice." I'm like, "Whoa, are you serious?" Like, I heard so much about Vice, and Vice is actually a big deal, kind of a big deal. And then they interviewed me for 6 days. They stayed with us.
Wow.
And then but I mostly I remember mostly that their cameras was on me. I don't want to say that I was just like
The star or whatever.
the star or whatever, but
Yeah, the star of the thing. Yeah.
I thought Jesse would be the one that would be taking over and be all over the cameras. I thought Chris Thorne would be the one that's being followed by the cameras, but then and Rene Dupree was on that tour too, and I thought the cameras would be on him as well, but then I don't think he wanted cameras on him. So the people I thought that Vice was gonna follow around to record the documentary, it wasn't really happening. That's what I know. That's what I saw, and that's what I noticed. But they were always on me. Even when we're sitting in a van, like we're just sitting there talking, and all of a sudden the cameras are like recording. I got really, really deep with storytelling in one of the van rides, and then they got it all on camera, and it was really unexpected how it happened. You got to watch it to see what I mean. If they put it on the documentary. But the documentary, they were telling us that they were going around all over the world, recording different types of wrestling promotions and different types of wrestling styles. I guess they've been all over, like even in places that they didn't even know they were wrestling existed. It was pretty intense.
That's
Like,
cool.
and then after CWF, they just went to Toronto and they had supper or whatever, and then they flew to Japan. So they filmed Japanese wrestling right after us. But
Nice, nice.
before they came to see us, they were in Mexico.
Hmm.
I think they just finished doing England. They said they were making 10 episodes of different types of wrestling. So they're gonna be 10 episodes. I think they're gonna be like an hour long each. They say that CWF is episode 4, and these episodes don't start. They don't get released until after the New Year.
Hmm.
They say that the CWF. They say that the episode's gonna be released on February.
Nice.
So you gotta wait till February to see that documentary. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch.
Watch the wrestling tour that you guys are on. Yep.
I'm chewing my fingernails like right to the skin.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Is that all you guys could find? I just saw you there with your belt. That's a pretty cool belt.
Yeah, my big gold belt I have here. I bring it to mostly all the wrestling events I go to, like CWF and all that. So, yep.
I don't think I've seen it.
Well, the next time you're at the event there, I'll bring it and I'll show it to you. Yeah.
Were you at the last St. Catherine show there at
The
the?
NWX we were, yeah.
Oh yeah, I slapped you guys' hands,
Yep.
Yeah, you did. Yep.
but I didn't
Uh,
see a belt.
yeah, I don't think
No,
Sean brought the belt that time, or unless his dad was holding it.
I think I had it, but I left it in the van at the time. Yeah. So.
Maybe. Yeah.
What was
Mhm.
pretty intense in that show?
Oh yeah.
I think what's his name? Matt, when he got his hair shaved.
That was
Oh
funny.
yeah, that was great. Yes.
We love that.
Me and Robbie keep bugging him every time we go to the NWX. Now we always bug him like, "Oh, you got a haircut?" So yeah, and he hates it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, poor kid. I was told to run around to record it too with the camera, so
yeah,
Yeah.
I was up close.
It was funny.
I seen you there with the camera walking around the ring. Yep.
Yeah. And then before that, that's that time where I had the match with Clayton.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Yep.
Where he ended up cheating and had his feet on the ropes to win.
Yep. Like he always does. Cheats his way to victories.
Now he's the NWX Northern Lights champion.
Oh, he is.
He is now, yeah.
he
He cheated. He
it was
cheated his way
a
there.
it was a triple threat match. It was Nolan Pink defending his title against Andre and him and Sherlock there, and then halfway towards the end of the match there, freaking Matthew Mounty comes out, smashes Andre with the chair, and then Nolan was outside the ring at the time, and then Sherlock goes over and pins Andre and gets the belt.
That damn Mountie.
I know, yeah, he's been going after Andre for a while now, yeah.
I seen a video where Andre hurt his ankle. Was that night?
That
No,
was
that was Rookie Wrestling Roundup.
that was Rex's promotion that he puts on, yeah. I think like Dirty Rex or like Rex Atkins is like the person that runs that, yeah. So
that was the night where he hurt his ankle.
In that match, he did, yeah.
because he was wrestling Clay at the time too, and then he because like he was like he got like whipped into the corner or something. Then he like jumped up and then he like landed wrong on his like leg or whatever, ankle or whatever there. So
Did the ref call the match?
No idea. All what did was run up to Clay and be like, "Hey, you stay here." And then like Clay or Paul went and checked on Andre, but that was all we saw of it.
Boyardee.
Yeah.
Did you guys go to the show?
No, we weren't there.
Oh, I thought you guys were there. So.
I wish I could have been there, but I didn't have a way there. I didn't have a ride that day, so or else I would have been there. So and then I heard that CWF was in Fort Erie too. The night after on the Saturday, they wrestled at the Fort Erie Leisureplex.
I wonder how that went.
It was battle at the border. They called it. Yeah.
Oh,
I
that
think-
poster. Okay, I seen that poster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I could have stayed. I could have stayed for that long. But then I don't know, I have a home over here to come to all the time.
exactly.
Yep. You don't want to leave your family too much yet. So
Because I like it over there. It's decent there. I wish I could be there right now because I don't have to deal with this snow.
well, it was starting to snow today. Like because like earlier this morning, there was like I look out the window and it was like coming down pretty good. Like the snow was like coming down pretty good. Like nothing like stayed on the ground though, but like, it was still like coming down pretty good. I'm like, no, man, I don't want this stuff. You can go away. Yeah, all the white stuff coming down. Yeah,
Yeah.
not ready. Not ready for that yet.
Neither am I. Because there wasn't a lot of snow when I was down there, and then I came over here. Then all of a sudden there's like a lot of snow. Like what the heck?
Yeah,
This is how it is for being up north. I should be used to this already.
I know when you're away from home for a while and then you get used to not having snow, and then you go home and there's lots of snow. Yeah, it's like oh my god, why did I come home? So yeah, why did I come back? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. It's funny.
Yeah, the next time you're in St. Catharines at the wrestling school there at CWF or NWX, I'll have to, if you have any, I'll have to get one of your 8x10s,
Yeah,
one of your pictures, yeah.
my pictures. I don't make enough, and I always get sold out.
Hmm.
I should make, I guess, double than what I make.
Or if you ever come up with any T-shirts, me and Robbie will buy a T-shirt off you.
I'm still working on T-shirts, man. Like I'm still trying to find the right size and the right. Because the shirts I had before, they're awesome, but then I want my logo to like fit throughout the whole shirt,
Yeah.
Yep.
so it'll be a bigger logo. The company that I was using couldn't do that, so I'm trying to find a different company. It's hard to find companies up over here because I'm in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I have to go to Winnipeg and find a place, but then I don't even know where to look in Winnipeg. But I'm still looking, and then when I get shirts made, there'll be a lot of shirts available. Shadow Xtreme shirts.
And then make like a custom 4X T-shirt for Robbie because that's what he is. So
4X.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a big guy.
Big.
that's why he goes by his nickname, the Big R. So
On YouTube, there. I was looking through Shadow Xtreme stuff, and then I saw a fan made video. Somebody made me as a character on a WWE game.
Nice.
that's cool.
It was pretty random, and I was like, "Whoa, what the heck?" And I looked at it, and it just almost looks like me. It was kind of a little. I don't know. I guess I was shocked. Like if you look for it, any time, like from now to whenever, you'll see it there, and you'll see how it almost looks like me. Pretty weird. So
That's cool.
I have fans out there somewhere.
Of course.
They're doing what fans do, I guess.
Oh yeah, me and Robbie have created wrestlers on our wrestling games before, so we've made. I don't know if you heard of him, Jackson Jarvis, the professional.
Yeah, the professional.
Yeah, me and Robbie made him on our games before and stuff like that. And I
Yep.
tried.
I've made
I
Matthew Mowney.
Matthew Mounty. Yep.
Uh,
I tried creating Bia the one time, but it didn't really turn out too good. But yeah.
Yeah, the local wrestlers.
yep.
Got to make them like stars.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
And then you can give them the belts on the game that they're like CWF that will never give them. Then you can give them the belt on the game. Yeah, pretty cool.
Pretty intense. So I'm online on my PS3, and I just saw that Jesse Bieber just went online.
Oh, cool. Didn't even know Jesse had a PS3.
Yeah, I didn't even know that either.
Because
He's
I think we both have you on PSN, but
Me and Robbie have you on PSN. Yep. Shadow Xtreme. Yep.
Yeah, I do. I see your names.
Yep.
RD.
St. Patrick. Yep, that's me. And then Sean's is Dilts Killer.
Dilts Killer
Yeah.
25. I'm
Oh.
actually still online right now as we speak. Yeah.
We played Call of Duty one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to like play games online with no headphones.
I know.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Or if you're ever on if you're ever on Facebook or whatever, and you want to like do a video chat with me and Robbie while we play, we could always do that because that's what we do sometimes. Like we.
I know. I was just gonna mention that that's what me and Jesse Bieber did when we played Minecraft together.
Nice.
Yeah, we just make like group chat, or, like a group video chat, and then if you don't have a mic, we can just talk to each other on there. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Or we could go on your on this whatever this is your main event podcast, and we just play Minecraft for like an hour.
There you go.
Just kidding.
Whatever. I don't know. I don't actually have Minecraft the game, but Robbie might. I don't know, but
No, I don't have it either, but it's all right. Maybe Call of Duty will be the thing to play.
Any other wrestling questions?
I got none.
I think we covered everything that we really wanted to, or like we asked you. Yeah, so
Those are all the questions you want to know.
Yep.
So, I guess the majority of all the questions, the main one would be, when's the next time I'm coming there? And I answered in the summertime.
Yep.
So by then, hopefully you guys will get more questions. If I'm ever invited on this podcast ever again.
oh yeah,
or is it only a one-time thing for everyone?
no, you're more than welcome to come on again. Yeah, anytime you're free and available.
But yeah, we'd
Cool.
like to take the time to thank you for being on.
All right, thank you.
And this has been Main Event Podcast. I'm Robbie Dilts. There's Sean Dilts, the other co-host.
Sean Dilts over here. This has been the Main Event Podcast, and maybe
And here I am, Shadow Xtreme.
Exactly.
All the way from Puckatawaga, Manitoba.
Wow, there you go. All the way from out there. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, out there, over there. Yeah.
All right, and this has
Thank
been
you.
the Main Event Podcast. No problem.
And if you're available anytime, me and Robbie will play Black Ops with you if you want.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Take care, Shadow.
Take care.
All right, this
Happy holidays.
has been Main Event Podcast.
Yeah, happy holidays to you. Yeah, Merry Christmas.